Hello everyone and welcome to my cruise channel. Today we're going to talk about what to pack for winter, spring, and fall cruises as opposed to packing for cruises that happen over the course of the summer. But before we get into all that, I must ask, if you like this video, if you find it at all helpful, please hit the like and subscribe buttons below. Alright, so let's get started. So the first thing you want to wear is a jacket. Now let me tell you a few stories as to why. The jacket will actually help keep you warmer, especially during embarkation when you're waiting outside, or even debarkation if your transportation is delayed. Let me tell you why. So, I went on a cruise back in April, and I thought it was with Royal Caribbean, so I thought that we would just be able to waltz right on the ship. You know, we had done everything that we should have. We did our online check-in. But due to reasons beyond Royal Caribbean's control, we had to wait outside in the cold for about 2 hours. That was not fun, considering that we had packed our sweatshirts and everything in our checked luggage. So now when we go and do cruises in the colder months, we always make sure that we wear those on embarkation day. Then, about a week before the cruise shut down for COVID-19, we were on Norwegian Bliss. And on our debarkation day, we had issues with customs and everything like that. So we were delayed in debarkation, and as a result, we missed our shuttle back to our hotel, which was fine. We had kind of planned for being a little bit late, but the thing was, we were in New York City in February, and we had to wait outside in the cold in Times Square with nothing but the clothes on our backs. Well, we waited 45 minutes for the next shuttle to the hotel. Now, with that in mind, you also want to make sure that you wear long pants for this pretty much the same reason that you would want to wear a jacket. If you're delayed for any reason, it's going to be much more comfortable if you wear long pants as opposed to shorts. Now, you also want to keep in mind when you're coming back from the cruises, you're going to need to probably wear those like the maybe last 2 days if you're cruising in the winter, because you're leaving the warmer climates and going into the colder climates. Now you'll also need to wear those as you're heading down for the first 2 days. So because you're going from the cold weather to the warmer weather. With that in mind, you'll also want to wear comfortable shoes. You could be standing for quite a long time, regardless of what season you decide to cruise during. So you want to make sure that you're not wearing like high heels or platforms or anything like that, or anything that you can't be comfortable with standing for long periods of time. And you also want to wear, if you don't wear a jacket, you'll want to wear a sweatshirt, because as I mentioned before, you could be waiting outside on embarkation and debarkation day, and that's not exactly fun. Now, you'll also want to wear sunglasses and hats, because it could be bright and sunny out, so you want to make sure that you're prepared for that. And you'll also, if you're traveling with children, you'll want to make sure that they have snacks available before they get on the ship. You could, as I've mentioned in previous videos, be standing in line at embarkation day for quite a while. I know that I was standing in that long line for my April cruise, and even though I had breakfast the morning of, it wasn't really a huge breakfast. So while you can eat on the ship, which is what we had planned to do, it could be a while before your next meal. Now, there are a couple things that you'll want to pack in your carry-on as well. And these are your bathing suits, because the pools may be open. Now, you can also wear these under your first layer of clothing, so whichever you're more comfortable with, go for it. You also want to change of clothes if you're planning on swimming on embarkation day. And you also want to keep in mind with that change of clothes that you may not be able to get your luggage into your room before 1 o'clock, or it may not even be delivered to your room before supper. So you want to make sure that you wear something decent for dinner. And you also want to pack your medications. If you have prescribed medications that you need to take from your doctor, you want to make sure that you pack those in your carry-on. And you also want to make sure that you have your ID and your boarding pass on hand, because the last thing you want to do is get to the ship and spend more time having to wait to get on the ship because you're looking for your IDs and your passports and everything like that. So we always make sure that we have those handy. And you want to make sure that you have your cell phone with you with the ship app already loaded and logged on, because you can use that to check in, and you can use it to do your e-muster drill, which we have a video for that. We'll put the link to that in the description below for those that want to see it. That by doing that before you even get to the terminal, in some cases, you save yourself a whole bunch of time making sure that you get to the fun faster. Now, you'll also want to make sure that you bring a mask with you. Some locations actually require that you wear them in the terminal, so you may not have to wear them, but you want to make sure that you have them handy. And some of the ports of call still require masking for health reasons, so you want to make sure that you have a couple of those at least to last you through the week. You also want to be sure that you have flip-flops for the pool, and you want to make sure that you have non-alcoholic drinks, which can be opened in most cases in the terminal. Now, the only reason I say that is because, as I've already mentioned, you could be waiting for a long time in the embarkation line. So if you have no food or no drinks available, that could be kind of tedious. And you want to make sure that if you're traveling with children, that they have something that they could do, such as like reading a book or maybe playing on their tablets, something like that. I always make sure that I bring my cameras and everything with me just while we're on the ship and we're taking some of the photos and things like that. So if that's what you're into, go for it. I also sometimes bring a pair of headphones with me so that I can listen to music while I'm waiting in those lines. So if that's something up your alley, go for it. I would definitely bring it with me. And that's about all I have for this week. So if you have any questions, if you think I missed anything, please drop them below. And I want to know, for those of you that have cruised before, what are some of your tips for what to bring on embarkation and debarkation day? What do you make sure that you always pack in your checked luggage versus your carry-on? So if you like this video, if you find it at all helpful, please hit the like and subscribe buttons below. And I'll see you soon. Bye!